Today I'm going to share with you how to save money on wedding dress alterations. So first things first is you're expected to spend a lot of money on a wedding dress and then to have to pay hundreds of dollars on alterations on top of it is just ridiculous. So I have 5 tips to help you save money on wedding dress alterations. So my first tip is to buy a corset back dress. So corset backs are not only slimming, but they also give you a little leeway, so if you happen to gain a few pounds or lose a couple pounds, it doesn't matter because you can just tighten it to your body. So corset backs, great. Second tip is to buy shoes to compensate for the length of your dress. So this tip obviously isn't going to work for everybody. If you're super tall and need length added to the bottom of your dress, or if you're super short and you need a foot cut off, this isn't for you. But if we're talking a couple inches, consider just buying shoes that are, shorter or taller so that you don't have to have alterations at the bottom of your dress, because avoiding that can save you a lot of money. Third tip is don't get alterations at the store you bought your dress from. So alterations at stores that have dresses are super convenient. So since they're convenient, they are able to charge you a lot of money for alterations. So with that, buy your dress there and then take it to a smaller alterations place, like a mom and pop shop. It's going to be a lot less expensive. The great thing about the internet these days is that you can actually go online and look up reviews on the different places to narrow down where you want to take your dress to get it altered. Tip number 4 is don't get suckered into buying a dress that doesn't fit you. So what I mean by this is, say you try on a size 8 and that saleswoman is persistent that you should buy a size 10 just in case. Don't listen to her. If that size 8 fits you, buy the size 8. They want you to buy a size up because you would have to pay extra in alterations to have it taken in so much. It's ridiculous. Don't fall for this trap. Buy the size that fits you. So my final tip for you is tip 5, and this one is if you have any minor alterations on your dress, consider doing them yourself. So I mean very minor alterations, so maybe a little strap or whatnot. If you are not comfortable sewing, do not cut up your dress and alter it yourself. This is only if you feel comfortable doing it yourself. I personally altered one of the straps on my dress, and it was super easy. So that was, something I could do myself. Another one of my dresses, I cut off 6 inches on the bottom and altered it, but I contacted a seamstress and said, is this something I can do as a medium level sewing person? And they said yes and gave me some tips. So only if you're comfortable doing it should you alter your dress yourself. If you're not comfortable doing it, do not try it. It is not worth it, because paying for alterations is cheaper than having to buy a whole new dress because you butchered it the first time. So with that, my 5 tips are, first one is the corset back. Second one is to buy shoes to compensate for the length of your dress. Third is get your alterations done at a different store than you bought the dress. Fourthly is don't get suckered into buying a dress that is not the right size for you. And then fifth tip is to do minor alterations yourself, like I mentioned before, only if you're comfortable. Do not cut up your dress if you're not comfortable doing it, only if you're comfortable. So with that, here are my tips and tricks. I hope you find them useful. So good luck. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to list them below. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to my page.